Yeah. YouTube. What's up, baby? We back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're here to talk about a movie called The Skeleton Key. Alright? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. We started off with the premise. Three favorite scenes. Then the grade. Let's go, baby. Now, again, this is a review on a movie called The Skeleton Key. All right, now this is an older movie that came out in 2005. Okay, so I saw this movie in the theaters when it did come out back in 2005. And since then, I've seen the movie multiple times. So yeah, Skeleton Key. All right. Now this movie, you have Kate Hudson as Carolyn Ellis. You have Gina Rowlands as Violet Deverox. You have Peter Sarsgaard as Luke Marshall. You got John Hurt as Ben Deverox. You got Maxine Barnett as Mama Cynthia. You got Joy Bryant as Jill. You got Gerald Prescott as Mama Cecilia. You got Ronald McCall as Papa Justify. You got Forrest Landis as Martin Thorpe. And you got Jamie Lee Redmond as Grace Thorpe. All right. Now, there are other characters in the story, of course, but these are some of the main characters that I just wanted to, notate and, tell you about. All right. So the premise of this movie, you have a character named Carolyn Ellis, played by Kate Hudson. Now, she's in a situation where she's kind of in a downward spiral of sadness, okay? Her father just passed. Not only that, but she has a job where she's kind of like a nurse, a caretaker. And the person that she was caretaking for ends up dying right there. And before that, like I said, her father dies. So it's kind of like just all bad around her. She ends up getting this situation where she gets a offering for a job, all right? And this job entails her going from where she is to New Orleans to help out this family called the Deverox. That's the last name, I believe. But the first name would be Ben Deverox and Violet Deverox. All right. Now, Violet Deverox, she's good and healthy. She's an older lady, but she's married to her husband, Ben. He's older as well. He's had a situation where, from what we know, he cannot walk. He has to be in a wheelchair. He can move, but just very subtle. He cannot talk at all. Okay. So Caroline gets offered this position to go help out Violet with her husband, Ben, help take care of Ben. So being that nothing's going right, she ends up making this move and going to go work with Violet to help Ben out. All right. Now she has a best friend named Jill, who actually has family in New Orleans. All right. And she knows that, Caroline is going over there to do this job. All right. So she sees Caroline off to go to New Orleans. All right. Now, when she gets there, she ends up meeting another guy named Luke Marshall, played by Peter Sarsgaard. Now, he is someone that basically helps out the Deverox family. All right. And within this movie, you'll see him quite a bit. He ends up being an important character. All right. So you're introduced to him. And then from there, we have situations occur where Caroline learns about this thing called hoodoo. All right. And eventually it gets to a point where she finds out that things are not as they seem in this house in the Devereaux house. And also that she feels that Ben Devereaux is being put into a position where he feels like he needs help. And he's trying to ask for help without having the actual ability to ask for help. He's asking that to Caroline. She can feel it. She can sense it. And also she feels that Violet, there's something behind her and that she is devious. All right. So we come to find out that Caroline has to, per se, save Ben from the situation that he's in involving hoodoo, which is like magic, whatever you want to say, involving hoodoo, learning about hoodoo, learning about what happened at this house prior, because there's a story that happened back in the day involving the characters Papa Justify, Mama Cecilia, or Mama Cecile, either one, Martin Thorpe, which is a young kid, and Grace Thorpe, which is a young kid. They're brother and sister at this same house that this story is taking place. And we find out that there's a story that happened back then. So once we find out that, we end up finding out what is going on in the present time, and then what is actually planned using this hoodoo by Violet. All right. And like I said, Kate is just trying to prevent Violet from getting what she want done, and also trying to protect and save Ben from Violet. All right, so that's basically the premise of this movie. I don't want to spoil too much of it. This is an older movie, so if you guys seen the movie, you basically know what I'm talking about. If you guys haven't seen the movie, hopefully that was a good enough premise to where in which you want to go and watch the movie now. Now, if you guys have seen the movie, like I said, stay tuned. I'm about to get into my 3 favorite scenes. If you haven't seen the movie and it will bother you to learn 3 of my favorite scenes because they will be spoilerish, then I would say stop the video, go watch the movie, come back later. If you haven't seen the movie and you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and stay. Listen to my 3 favorite scenes. Hopefully it'll be some of your 3 favorite scenes, or maybe you'll have different ones. All right, so 3 of my favorite scenes. This may be out of order, but still, this is 3 of my favorite scenes. Okay, so basically, the story of Papa Justify and Mama Cecile, or Cecilia, and Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe, which are brother and sister. And Papa Justify and Mama Cecile are married. They're a couple. When you go back in the past and you find out what happened and what took place at this house that Caroline, Violet, and Ben are currently residing in, you find out what happened in the past, where in which Papa Justify and Mama Cecile were into hoodoo, and they end up doing a ritual on the family that they work for. The mother and father have 2 kids, Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe. So Papa Justify and Mama Cecile end up doing a ritual on Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe, where in which we find out that once the magic, the spell is taken place, once the conjuring is taken place, Papa Justify and Mama Cecile jump from their bodies into Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe's body. And then Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe go into Papa Justify and Mama Cecile's body. This is important to know that Papa Justify and Mama Cecile are African American. Martin Thorpe and Grace Thorpe are Caucasian. So them jumping from an African American body to a Caucasian body also will give them the benefit, because that skin, for, you know what I'm saying, they got the skin to win, you feel me, right? And then also them being from old to going to young, they get the jump from generation to generation, switching bodies, getting older, but the body still remaining being young, because they keep switching their bodies. All right, now this is a crazy premise. I love it. Smart, creative. That's my first favorite scene. All right, seeing it all take place. Second favorite scene would be the curse taking place when Caroline starts to believe. All right, now Caroline finds out about this hoodoo. She's around this house. She finds out that Violet is not really who she seems to be. She finds out that Ben is really needing her help. So therefore, she's finding like herself being in a situation where she's uncomfortable. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what hoodoo is. She doesn't know whether to believe it or not. And when she does find out what hoodoo is, she starts to believe it. And because of her belief, this is what Violet wants. She wants Caroline to believe in the hoodoo so that way she can switch her body from Violet to Caroline. Violet wants to become Caroline. All right, she wants to switch her body. Therefore, Caroline, her consciousness will go into Violet's. All right, but just the scene at the end where Caroline draws, and does the whole ceremony spell for protection, but it's not actually a ceremony spell for protection. It's actually a ceremony spell to keep her entrapped. And this is what Violet wants. And therefore, once she believes, and therefore once Caroline does the ritual, Violet is ready. So she pushes this mirror towards Caroline, and then it breaks into Caroline, therefore starting the chain reaction of Violet going into Caroline's body and Caroline going into Violet's body. That would be my second favorite scene. My third favorite scene would just be the actual ending when we're seeing Violet inside Caroline's body and we're seeing Caroline inside Violet's body. We're seeing Caroline slash Violet interact with Jill, which is her friend, you know what I'm saying? Jill noticing that something's off. We're seeing Caroline smoke the cigarettes that Violet used to smoke. We're seeing Caroline say the sayings that Violet used to say. And then we're seeing also Violet slash Caroline now being put in the same position that Ben was put in the beginning when she met him. All right. And we end up finding out that, Luke is actually being possessed by Justify. And now Violet is possessing Caroline, which makes Violet's body being now represented by the real Caroline. And then also from all this, we realized that Luke's body has been taken over by Justify, like I said. So therefore, Luke is inside of this guy Ben's body. All right, crazy, just a lot of crazy stuff, bro. But that would be my three favorite scenes. Just really seeing all that happen, and also seeing that at the very end, Ben and Violet looking eye to eye, but as Caroline and Luke. You know what I'm saying? It's like she realized what he was trying to say the whole time, because now she's in the same position that he was in the very beginning. All right, so that'll be three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this movie, man, excellent movie, flawless movie. I love this movie. I still watch it to this day, of course. And I loved it from the very beginning when I saw it in the movie theaters to now. This movie to me, nothing I can really complain about, but it's not going to get a 10 out of 10. It's going to get a 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 for me for this movie. Definitely above average. Definitely worth your time. Check it out, bro. Check it out. If you like these type of hoodoo, voodoo, magic, spell type movies, bro, this is one of the ones. This is one of the ones for sure. For sure, bro. So definitely go check it out if you can. And if you have checked it out, just go check it out again. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with going to check out movies that you like. Go back. Enjoy it again. Enjoy it again. You may notice something that you never noticed before. You know what I'm saying? I remember that when I first saw this movie in theaters, I never even realized that Papa Justify and Mama Cecile actually switched the bodies and were in those two white kids in the very beginning when they do the stuff that happened back in the past. And then, just really, like, it just was crazy, bro. Like, I was walking all the way home and me and him both looked at each other like, yo, that was da-da-da-da. It was just a crazy feeling, bro. Crazy feeling. Never get that feeling back again. You feel me? But yeah, if you guys saw this movie, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. What were some of your favorite scenes? What were some of your favorite movies that are kind of similar to this? Would you like to see them pick up this franchise again, make a prequel, make a sequel, or just start all over again, or make a TV series, whatever it may be, or just kind of leave it how it is? Let me know about that in the comments down below. All right? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I am Cali. Until next time.